to Bingothon Ukraine Emergency Relief. Right now, we've got something very special for you. We have an illusion of Gaia Randomizer, and we've got C running this, and we've got C running a triple bingo. So take it away.
Hi, welcome everybody. My name is C,
Welcome.
and I've brought with me Queenie today.
Welcome.
Super Nintendo
And
game,
we're gonna show
16
you
bits
Illusion of
RPG,
Gaia Randomizer,
and we brought you the
wonderful
randomized
Super
version,
Nintendo
and
game,
we'll
16
be
bits
doing
RPG. And we brought you the randomized version, and we'll be doing a. We have all the incentives met, I've just heard, so thanks for that. We will be seeing a boss shuffle, Apocalypse Gaia seed, and while we're finishing the seed, I will try to do a triple bingo. So I guess if everybody is ready,
Good luck.
thank you. If we're ready, we can start in 3, 2, 1, go. So, the first thing that has been randomized is our starting position. We don't start in South Cape, which would be the original start. We will start in a random dark space around the world. This dark space is now our home position, and we can always return to this dark space. Our starting position is the Ancient Village, which means I'm in the middle of the game, basically. This is just after the third dungeon. This game, the vanilla game, is very linear, meaning you can't really travel back to locations you've been before. So for the randomizer, there has been quite a change in items. There are certain items that have no real purpose except for progressing the story, and they've been turned into travel items. So what's happened is that the world is divided in 5 continents. We're currently on continent number 3. And with travel items, we open up passages between these continents. So I've already found my travel item, which is the Lola letter, which is really, really great that I have it this early. So first phase in our journey will be unlocking the world and getting all the locations done. You see me picking up certain items in town. Town items are usually hidden in a jar or behind a wall, or certain NPCs give me items, so I will be collecting those. And then we will go into dungeons and see the items in treasure chests. So there's about 120 items. Most of them are red jewels, but that's nice because, as you can see on the bingo board, we have the get 10 red jewels bingo tile, so we want to get red jewels, but we can also use them to trade them in for stuff. This guy is the jeweler. He's in every major town, and he will give us rewards for certain prices. These rewards are randomized. As you can see, I'm getting a bit trolled. I'm getting 3 red jewels as a reward, which is not the intention, but...
And nothing.
And the nothing, yes. Nothing is in the pool, but I also get a hope statue and an apple, so might turn out later. So we will be frequently visiting that guy. He's always hidden somewhere in a city, and we will talk to him to get these items. But what we will also be doing is we will visit these dark spaces. Dark spaces are... there are dark spaces in dungeon or hidden in cities. And there are 2 kinds of dark spaces. Dark spaces where we can transform into different combat forms, or dark spaces that give us abilities. There are 6 abilities. Actually, do I want to go? Yeah, we're going to go into the dungeon first. Why not? There are 6 abilities, 3 for will, which is the form you see me use right now, and 3 abilities for freedom. To finish the seed, I only need 3 of them. I need 2 abilities from will and 1 ability from freedom. Oh, that was not good. But for the bingo, I might need more, depending on which goals we're going for. So the goal to finish the seed is to get 4 mystic statues. To get mystic statues, I need to kill bosses. Usually I would know which boss is in which dungeon, because it's the same as in the original story, but because an incentive has been... I don't like this eyeball very much. So I forgot to say, this is all going to a really good cause. So I've put up some incentives for myself. Every unintentional death will be worth $10 from me. And if I don't beat the seeds in the time incentive, I will be donating $200 more. So everything going to a great cause.
Wonderful.
That's already $10 in the fund. So let's see how many more we can get. If anybody wants to match me, I'm pretty confident that I can do it on time, but we'll see. Let's do easy strats.
Do we have time for a few donations?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Alright, I have 2 donations here. I have $1 here from Queenie of $112. Thank you very much, Queenie.
We do want to see Gaia.
Yeah, Queenie likes to see me suffer.
And I've got another $5 here from Manny2 Berlin. With the comment, make speedruns possible. Greetings to German.
Aww,
Thank you very much.
that's so sweet.
Gruß zurück an die ganzen Deutschen und auch an die Jungs vom German Restream. Hi ho.
But yes, Gaia is. Do we have time to talk about Gaia?
Yeah, we have so much time. We have so much time right now. I'm just avoiding enemies in this game. You barely kill any enemies, you just avoid them, so we have all the time in the world, and I'm dying, so we have even more time. That's $20.
Okay, so if you played this game as a child, when you got to the final boss, it was a lady called Dark Gaia, and we are used to having her with 2 phases to kill her. But when the randomized team of this game made this game, in the code, they found that the ending boss was not what was meant to be at first. It was supposed to be Apocalypse Gaia that had 5 phases. But first of all, it is very hard, and second of all, I hope no one is being epileptic in here, because there will be a lot of lights in the
Yeah.
phase.
It will get
It is
crazy.
so much harder.
We will give you a warning about it. No! Oh my god.
So,
I think that's $30. I think it's not worth going in here anymore. We're gonna come back here later when I have an ability. That's the nerve setting in. So that's 3 unintentional deaths. We will also have intentional deaths. This game is really hard on death warping, because death warping is usually the best way to get out of a dungeon really fast. So you will see me dying all over, but I will give you you will hear it when it's an unintentional death, because I will make angry noises.
and so now Z is going to Continent 1. That's the starting point in the vanilla game. It's called South Cape, and this is where Will grew up with his grandma and grandpa.
And
his
Grandma
dad
gave me
ran
nothing. Thanks, Grandma!
His mom is dead, and his dad abandoned him. Very cool story.
No, he didn't abandon him. He got lost on an expedition.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, and we found the first ability, and it's a good one. It's Spin Dash. Nice. Now I really feel silly, because now I really wasted so much time in that grid wall. Spin Dash is one of the abilities that I want to see. It allows me to spin and deal a lot of damage to enemies, but it also allows me to jump over ramps. And we're going to use that quite a lot in this run.
And once Z has found all the required ability, he will not check any dark space in the village anymore.
I might. I have some bingo goals that require me to check dark spaces, but I don't need them anymore to finish the seed. And as you can see, I just used Spin Dash to cheese this check. Usually it's a bit hard to kill all these enemies, but with Spin Dash it's super easy. So kinda cheesed it. I'm also gonna pick up a hint real soon, because we're going to Edward's Castle now.
Yeah, that will be your second int.
Yes, it is. We got one in Watermere already, and this guy is gonna give us another one, so that's 2 out of 11. Edward's Tunnel has Rama statue. That's actually not bad. So these hints give us an idea about either special items or truly locations. In this case it was a special item, because a Rama statue is an item that I need to fight a boss. To finish the seed I need 4 statues. I can decide which statue I want. But yeah, because we're playing boss shuffle, this is gonna get a bit more difficult later. Right now we're in prison, and we get delivered an item by Hamlet. Say hi to Hamlet. Oh, and it's a good item.
Hamlet is the princess pig.
And
follows us everywhere.
Kara is an Angkor Wat. Nice. Oh boy. Okay,
So Kara is the princess.
you go ahead.
Kara is the princess who's been turned into a painting, and to finish the game you need to rescue her from the painting by throwing her powder into it.
Yeah, so she gets trapped in a painting by an evil painter, and you need to magic dust to free her, because you need Kara to form the ultimate being that can defeat Apocalypse Gaia. So we need Kara, we need the 4 mystic statues, and then we need the aura to transform into shadow. That's our go mode conditions basically. And at that, when we have these 3 conditions met, we can warp to the comet and yeah, go to the final boss. Right now you saw another use of spin dash. I could use it to skip that first room, which makes it so much easier. So we will diving in the Great Wall again, and the reason why I came back here is because there's still 2 items left that I haven't gotten yet. So I'm gonna try to get this item. And then there's also a dark space that I want to check, because I'm always looking for my abilities.
It's important to mention that this dungeon is actually one you do very far in the game, and right now Z just started the game, so he has little defense, little HP. Makes it more difficult.
Yeah, this is the 4th dungeon. We would fight the 4th boss in here. Usually you would already have more abilities. Oh my god, I can't believe I did that. So that's $40 for the good cause. Ah, it's okay, it's okay. Everything's fine, everything's fine. I have spin dash, I can just skip this room now.
Yes, now that you've picked up the items, you don't have to do it again.
Yes. So that death was not as painful. So we're gonna pick up the last item. And oh, crystal ball. And now we're gonna do a little speedrun tactic. We're gonna use what's called extended hits. There is a switch, but the switch is usually out of reach. Will can't reach it. The vanilla strategy would be transform into Friedan, who has a big sword, who can hit the switch from a distance. But we can also just run against the wall and hit our attack at the last second. So the hitbox of the hitbox gets extended a bit, and yeah, that way we can sequence break a bit. It's a technique we use in speedrunning. Usually not in this dungeon, but in Inca Ruins you can use it to open up a passage earlier. Focus 1 second to get to the dark space, and hopefully it was worth it. Give me something. Yes, that's our first Friedan ability. It's gotta be Aura Barrier. I've wasted so much time here, it basically has to be Aura Barrier. It's Earthquaker. Nice. Okay.
So Aura Barrier is one of the abilities we actually don't use in this game.
I mean, you can use it at certain points, but once you have Dark Freya, you can do everything you could do with Aura Barrier, and it's a lot easier to use. So this was an intentional death. I just wanted to get to the start of the dungeon. We've cleared out pretty much everything on Continent 3. We visited Continent 1. I couldn't do much on Continent 1 because I need certain items, so we're now switching to Continent 2. We can do a lot of things here. First of all, we're gonna get our third hint. Pyramid has magic dust. Okay, magic dust is the item we definitely need for Princess Kara. But in the pyramid is pretty far away. First of all, we can't get to the pyramid yet. We need more travel items to open up continents 4 and 5. And then in the pyramids, we need the aura, because Shadow, the last combat form, is able to sink through the floor, and we need to sink through the floor to get to the items that are trapped in the pyramid. So it's still far away. In the meantime, we're going through the town again. We're talking to NPCs, we're looking at jars, we are turning in a runaway slave to get a reward, because Will is kinda mean in this game.
Very dark story.
Yeah,
in
it's
this game.
actually super dark for a game with that bright of a graphic and such a cheery soundtrack and everything. It's actually pretty dark. I'm gonna see if I can maybe get 1 or 2 bingo cards done here, because we have the bingo goal, set someone's hair on fire, so how about we do that right now?
Yes.
Oh no!
We got the teapot. And the teapot is an item that lets you travel also from one place to another. Actually,
Yeah.
to 2 places.
Yes, indeed,
You
but
can move between Inca, Seaside Palace, and Nazca.
Moontribe, not Inca.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. So now we're going into the Diamond Mine. The only dungeon we've seen so far was the Great Wall. The Great Wall is what we call a major dungeon, because there is a boss at the end of it. There are also minor dungeons. Diamond Mine is one of them. Minor dungeons don't have a boss at the end of it, but they can have Princess Kara at the end. But we already found Lance's letter, who told us Princess Kara is in Angkor Wat. So it's not that much of a hunt for me in this seed, but sometimes you don't know where she is, so you have to check all 5 locations to find her. Whoops. This dungeon is a bit easier. We have to open up some doors with switches. We're gonna break a wall and free a slave behind the wall. He will give us an item. And also there will be 3 dark spaces we want to check.
Always traumatized me as a kid. There was a slave behind a laborer behind a wall.
Yeah, it's kind of dark. It kind of fits into the dark theme.
I
And
like to tease about this game.
we got our first set upgrade. The guy just gave me an HP upgrade, so my HP went up from 8 to 9, which means I can take 1 more hit in this dungeon. Oh, I have a lot of red jewels. I think I have the 10 red jewels at least by now. So you can use red jewels from your inventory, or you can turn them in directly at the jeweler. Usually it's easier to turn them in directly at the jeweler, but the jeweler in this continent is kinda out of the way, so I'm just clearing up some inventory space right now, so that I can pick up more items. Inventory management is a thing in this game. You have 16 inventory slots, and there are certain items that you have to carry along with you a long time, so we have to be mindful of that. Right now I'm doing another sequence break. I'm using spin dash to jump up this ramp. Usually I would have to get Dark Freya, kill an enemy from a distance, and then walk to the other ramp, run up and then run down. So I've got enough momentum to get up there, but because we're playing randomizer, we can get away with some sequence breaks. I'm also using spin dash to kill these enemies, because spin dash gives me iframes, which I can't be hit, and that's pretty useful at some point.
So, yeah, also I like the keys in this game. There, if you've played this, you'll see that in the basement of this dungeon there are 3 laborers that you need 3 mine keys to get to them. And there was something that happened. If Kara is there, or painting, I mean, it was not possible to put down the laborer, so we've put down her pig instead, and we called that Samlet. But I hope that we need to go to see Sam, because I like to tease that we rescue her, but in speedrun we're such in a rush that we do not rescue the 2 other friends.
Yeah, in the speedrun you only have to free one of the slaves because he gives you an item and the other 2 are not important. And speedrunners, they don't value lives, they just value saved frames, so yeah.
And that was a warp death. It was intentional, not unintentional.
Oh yeah, I should have mentioned that. Whenever I'm just straight up running into enemies, it's usually just to get out of the dungeon.
And now we are going to Sky Garden, which is a thing in the sky.
You said it.
Actually-
You said it. Now I have to be mad now with you for the rest of the run. I'm sorry, Queenie.
It's actually a dungeon in the sky. But because of my poor English, one time I didn't know how to say garden, and I was like, it's a thing in the sky.
Yeah. This dungeon is pretty cool. It has like a Dark World Light Road team. Whenever you jump down one of these cliffs, you end up in the Dark Mirror version of that room. So actually it's just it's the same room, just mirrored. And we're going to use that a couple of times to... I'm death warping at the end of each of these rooms, by the way. So we're still only at 4 unintentional. So you can... If you hit a switch in the light room, then it will affect what happens in the dark room as well. So that's kind of a nice mechanic. And in this dungeon we can get 8 items, but for 3 of them we need Stark Freya. So I was kind of hoping to find... Come on, ramp glitch, work with me. I was kind of hoping to find it in the diamond mine, in the 3 dark spaces, but we weren't lucky. But there's still 4 dark spaces in this dungeon, so it's a really good place to go at the start. And yeah, by the way, if you have any donations or anything you'd like to say, just be free to butt in. We can talk about this game, or I can talk about this game all day long, so if you've got something to say, just go for it.
Well, I do happen to... I can't talk about some upcoming incentives. We have, for example, for the upcoming Skyward Sword Randomizer run, we've got a file name choice, a character's maximum limit there. We've got $1 for clock pause. Yeah. I'm gonna leave it at that. This is not my favorite file name, for those who know. And we also have an incentive for us to play as Girahim. That is an incentive of $100. Currently there is no money accumulated to that, but if you manage to meet that, then we will play with the Girahim model, and you do not want to miss that. So go and get your donations, and they're all for a good cause. They're all going to Project Hope, who are doing humanitarian aid in Ukraine and all the refugees of Ukraine. So, if possible, please donate. And if you don't have any money to give, then share the marathon with people you know. It's all doing it. Yeah, it's all great. Whatever you do.
It's all helping.
Yeah. Thank you. Back to you.
Yeah, thanks. So
Everybody for the
this room is usually super fast because we can just jump up the ramps. But we have a bingo tile that says clear this room by running up from the east ramp, so we have to jump through some hoops. What you can do is, maybe I can show it, you can just jump attack up these ramps. But yeah, it's not intentional, so we're going to do this room developer intended, which means we're going to kill a couple of guys here in the dark world.
No, it's the first time I've ever seen that bingo square.
No, I think I had it 6 or 7 times in practice, so
Huh.
I'm kinda used to it by now. So we're gonna kill this guy real quick. Then we have to activate the statue. And now we have to move this statue to this tile. And then these 4 tiles in the ground will rise up. But at the same time, in the dark world, they will vanish. So I don't want to deform, yes.
I would like to mention that when we were having donation, Z found the Dark Friar, which is the most useful ability in this game. And it actually makes him available now to finish all this dungeon.
Whee! So I just did the long way. Usually this room takes about 20 seconds. It took about 1.5 minutes now, but it's fine. We got a bingo tile. Everything's fine. We're still on schedule.
You actually need this in the bingo, the wheel.
Yeah, I actually need this. The will is another travel item. It allows me to... Oh, and the will ability. And Dark Freya. Oh my god. What is this dungeon? This dungeon is so nice to me. So, the will is a travel item that I need to get to Continent 4, which I haven't gotten, which I couldn't do yet. So that's really nice. This is the Psycho Slider, which is my second will ability that is absolutely necessary. So I'm pretty happy to see that. Why did I run out? I should def swap because I need full HP for the next room.
This makes the game also much more easier, as you can see.
It depends. It depends. It makes killing enemies easier, but it actually makes these ramp glitches a bit more difficult. I have to item buffer now. It's also these extended hits that you've seen. I can't do them now anymore because now when I run an attack, I will do a slider instead. So from a speedrunner kind of view, you want slider pretty late, but it opens up a lot of checks for me. So that's nice. This room, we're gonna take the long way. Get over to this dark space. Yeah, take the heal for safety. There are 2 more items in this room. I have to use Dark Freya to kill one of these statues, so I can open up some more passages. You can also use Aura Barrier here, but since we have Dark Freya, of course we're gonna use Dark Freya. Also, I can finish a goal that's called Kill 5 Golems. These blue or red guys that are standing around in this dungeon, they are called Cyber Golems. There's actually lots of golems in this game. We have Sand Golems in Inca, we have Cyber Golems in Sky Garden, we have Rock Golems in Mu, we have Metal Golems in Angkor Wat. So this was my 4th golem that I killed. 2 I already killed in room 2 and 1 I killed in room 3. So I could finish this goal if I wanted to, but oh, that was unfortunate. But I might run into it at a later point. This is another death warp. Don't worry, we got the chest. We used item buffering to glitch ourselves around this chest to get the item a bit faster. Saves about 15 seconds, but it looks nice, so we do it. Where do I go next? I think I want to go to the Inca ruins now. because I just found the ice cube. And the ice cube helps my drink stay at a nice room temperature that I can enjoy it. So
to travel, Z is going back to Diamond Coast. If you're familiar with the Quintet game, you can see that this dog is reused in so5z and Terranigma as well.
yes, this is the Quintet trilogy, so5z, Illusion of Gaia, and Terranigma all have turbo. There's some debate which one is the best of these three games. My favorite one is this game, Illusion of Gaia. But I think Queenie would argue that she likes so5z more. I don't know how she got that idea.
No, I actually like Illusion of Gaia more.
Okay.
But I've never played Terranigma, so I can't decide which one is the best.
Okay. What kind of makes or breaks this game for many people is that in order to run this game, you have to double tag a direction. So every time you see me start running, every time you see me change directions, it is I have to double tap on my D-pad to get into running speed. And instead of other games where you just keep one run button pressed and it's fine. So this is kind of what breaks the game, makes or breaks the game for a lot of people. Do I have the bingo tile for the...
a lot of games that would use double tap back then.
No. There were not, in fact. In so5z you can't run at all. In Terranigma you can double tap, but you can also use a run button. So... I know Kirby games usually have this double tap mechanic to start running. Or some of them at least. We're doing a safety here. In the Inca Ruins we're about to see another glitch that has been found not too long ago.
Yeah, by you.
By me, while I was playing the randomizer. There's a weird thing with ladders in this game. When you're in the ladder animation, you can actually lock yourself in that animation and then start climbing through the floor. And we're going to trigger that. But first we need to see what's behind the singing statue. I can't do extended hits here anymore, but I'm going... Oh no, I didn't want to kill you. That was unfortunate. I'm taking damage already and intentionally, so my death warp will soon be faster. Come on, hit me again. Thank you. Because I don't want to run all the way back again, I just want to get back to the start. I also have the goal, use all 3 melodies. I haven't found a single one of them yet, so that's kinda unfortunate.
There are still a lot of checks we can do though.
Yeah.
If you think about just the pyramid, there's what, 13 in the pyramid?
12 checks in the pyramid.
12?
12. So that was not what I wanted to see. Psycho Dash is improved. I'm not even gonna pick up Psycho Dash. This is the first will ability. It's not that useful because everything you can check with Psycho Dash, you can also check with the other abilities. So we're just gonna pick up one more treasure chest.
And we will get to see what we call the Z ladder, which is the skip that makes you skip a lot of this dungeon.
Yeah.
It actually increased the speed run by like 1 minute, I believe.
I think it's 1 minute and 40 seconds that you save, but you had to route in another herb, so it doesn't save 1 minute and 40, but it cuts this dungeon into like the whole middle section is just cut out. I'm going to backtrack because there is another treasure chest at the end of this room. But in the any percent category where you don't pick up all the treasure chests, it saves so much time. Basically, you just put in the diamond block, then jump down, sea ladder, and run straight to the boss. So, we're gonna open up a shortcut here because I cannot finish this dungeon yet. This dungeon has a boss. But I need the wind melody to open up the passage to the boss. And I need 2 Inca statues to open up the last door. I don't have these items, but what I did is I killed some enemies that opened up ladders. So if I have to come back, I can use these shortcuts to get back to the boss room very quickly. So I don't mind double dipping this dungeon as much as I mind other dungeons. And I'm finding all the red jewels now. Actually, I don't want to death warp, I think. I want to use the dark space. And any dark space, I have the option to return to my starting dark space. So I'm going to use it this time. I've done it before. And the reason why I want to do that is because here's a dungeon in Angel Village that I need Slider for. And I just picked up Slider, so let's do that. This is Queenie's favorite dungeon, as far as I'm aware.
Yes, and this is actually in the game the point where you lose your princess with the evil painter.
That's $50. I was getting a bit too greedy. I was trying to squeeze in, but didn't work. Let me try again. Yes. That looked better.
And it's very funny because the princess in this game is very spoiled. We could say she's a brat, right, Lizzie?
Yeah, kinda. She's more a brat in the German version. If you play Illusion of Time, which is the German version of this game, she's even more a brat than in the English one. So, yeah.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
And so I always tease that at this point we should just pack the princess and go home in her painting.
Yeah, sadly in the randomizer we need her. Oh, another HP upgrade. This is nice. So, since this is going to be the Apocalypse Gaia fight at the end of the seed, I will be looking out for status upgrades. Usually in the vanilla game you get status upgrades when you kill all the enemies in one room. Obviously I'm not doing that because I've run past so many enemies, but you can get status upgrades also by killing bosses. In fact, you get all the status upgrades that you missed in a certain section. So I want as many HP and defense upgrades that I can get so that the Apogaia fight is going to be a bit easier. And also I want to save all my herbs because I'm going to need all these herbs for the Apogaia fight because it's really that hard. But right now we have something fun. We have the puzzles. Let me get this hint first. Anne has a red jewel. Thank you. So these rooms all have one difference. And it's our job to find it as fast as possible. That one was easy. And you can see if you can try to keep up. At some point it's just so fast how you see the differences. And another one. And if we solve all the riddles.
And obviously they've been randomized from the vanilla version.
Yes. Randomized each seed. And the crystal ball. Oh, that was nice.
And added some new ones also.
Yes. Added tons of... Yes. Okay. And now that we solved all the riddles, Ishtar is gonna give us one more item. He was the painter we just walked by. And now we have an herb. Okay. I'm fine with herbs. I'm really fine. Usually I don't care too much about them, but in this case I really do. Because each one of them will give me so much more survivability against the final boss. And now that we got all the items, we're gonna death swap out of this dungeon again.
And if you've never seen this randomizer and you've played this game as a kid, we really suggest that you stick around till the end so you can see what was meant to be the final boss in this game.
Yeah, basically what happened is that the 3 additional phases were added in and they really are something else, so...
I'm actually glad as a kid that they didn't let it...
Do we want to go into Moo or do we want to move on? I think I want to move on. Because my inventory space is getting kinda low. And I need to get rid of some of these hieroglyphs. So I hope I just get to continent 4 real quick. So we're gonna turn in the will now. The will let us travel to the next city. No, I don't need a dark space, but I do want... I do want to go into the store. Luckily, in the randomizer, this line at the store has been sped up. This takes about 6 minutes in the original game, but as you can see, in the randomizer we have these little quality of life changes that...
Very dark story. You cut in lines.
Yeah.
Is it a good time for a quick donation?
Yeah, it's always a good time for a
Yes.
quick donation.
Okay, awesome. So we got $50 from YT Satran, saying 50 is only a small amount of money, but I hope it will help. And it definitely will. Thank you so much for your donation. And this donation puts us over $600 raised in total for Project Hope, which is amazing. Thank you so much to everyone. Keep it going. This donation actually goes to a very fun incentive for The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess Randomizer that's coming on later today, which is jump off the watchtower and die. And we met that incentive with this donation, so this is what we are going to do when that run is going to be on. But we do have many more incentives and bid wars, etc., which you can check if you type !incentives in the chat. So yeah, keep watching, keep enjoying, and back to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much for those donations. $600
Thank you,
hype.
everybody. It's for a very great cause. Yes, and so now we are in Euro City, which is the city owned by your uncle and aunt.
No. Is it? Oh yeah, Niels, your cousin. So these are your uncle and aunt.
Yeah?
Yes. Why did I never make that connection? You're absolutely right, Queenie.
And in the vanilla game, you use a teapot on them and they turn into ghosts. So you actually kill your aunt and uncle in front of your cousin.
That's not exactly what happens. They have been killed prior to that, but these ghosts have taken their places and you reveal the ghosts. So yeah, they have been killed, but it's not like you killed them. I think you only kill 2 guys in this game. Like, you kill yourself. Everybody else is just unfortunate. So now we're in my favorite dungeon, which is Mount Cress. We have 1 mushroom drop, so I'm forced to go into here now because 1 mushroom drop Cress is the play, always, never question it.
It's your favorite dungeon.
Yes, it is. So Mount Cress is actually a very hard dungeon, despite it's not that far into the game. But we only have narrow spaces to walk. We have flying enemies. We have enemies that shoot at us. We have spiders that spit acid at us. So, yeah, pretty dangerous. And also, this dungeon is pretty annoying because in order to progress, we need to find 3 mushroom drops to get to the end of it. I only have 1 at this point, so I am forced to come back here again. And I have so many strength upgrades, it's not even funny anymore. But what I kind of want to do is find a travel item to get me to continent number 5. Because I could go to Angkor Wat now, but Princess Kara is in Angkor Wat and I don't have the magic dust yet, so I don't want to go there right away. And
So, we see you have a little star on top of your Dark Friar. Does that mean you updated it twice?
yes, I did. Oh, that's a
Oh.
goal. That's another goal,
That's
right?
a goal, yeah.
Yes. I'm gonna check that out right away. I can also do talk to your friends in Seaside Palace now. Because I have the
Yeah.
teapot.
Exactly.
Ah, so many good things I can do. But I'm gonna stick in. I'm gonna stick here. I can get one more chest. The mushroom drops are needed to make these vines grow. So unless I die, which hopefully won't happen, because deaths in this dungeon are really, really painful. So much walking to do.
Yes. And I remember as a child I was finding this dungeon complicated to navigate.
Yeah, it's also kind of a maze, that's true. We're gonna take a little safety. We're gonna kill this fairy. And hopefully he will give us a health drop, which he did. Nice. Thank you, game. Health drops are random. The lower your HP, the more likely it is to get one. And there are certain enemies that are more likely to drop one. But there's still no guarantee. So you can't just like... you can kill 20 fairies and not get a health drop. But this was the last item. It was not useful, so... we're gonna death warp and get out of here. These annoying fairies, they follow you all over the screen. It's just... at some point they cause so much lag because of their fireballs. What can I do? What can I do? I need to get rid of some items because my inventory is full. So I'm gonna go on a little tour to get some items out of my inventory. We're gonna use the teapot. The teapot in this randomizer will make some ghosts appear. And these ghosts will let me travel, so let's go to the Moon Tribe. Sadly, I'm not able to... oh, I'm able to check a boss now as well, right? I can go check the boss in the Great Wall. So, we're gonna put in these crystal balls. I already have 3 out of 4 crystal balls. One more and I can check which boss is in here as well. And now we're going into the Sea Palace. Sadly, I don't have the key to open this door, but I can talk to my friends. The story is all your friends are ghosts because their soul has been stolen by the vampires, and in the story you need to defeat the vampires to get their souls back. But we can talk to them and they don't see us and their dialogue is not the best, but yeah, we can do it.
The only one that doesn't get transformed into a ghost is your friend Lily,
Yes.
who is actually turns into a dandelion and
Yes.
likes to hang in your pocket.
Yes. Lily and Will are kind of magical childs. Will has these abilities that he can use the Psycho Force, which allows him to use Spin Dash and Psycho Slider and that stuff, and Lily can transform. So the vampires couldn't steal their souls.
Important to mention that they're all kids in this game.
Yes. Will is like 12 or something.
It's a lot of pressure for a kid.
Oh, it's a crystal ball. That's nice.
And
So-
there you go, another bingo square done. We've talked to all of our friends.
Yes. What can I do? What can I do? I really don't want to go into Angkor Wat yet.
Well, you got the memory melody?
Yes, that's what I'm hoping for too. The memory melody is another travel item. We have a cousin called Neil. He has an airplane, but he forgot how to fly. So we're gonna play the memory melody and he will remember. And when he remembers, he can fly us to Continent 4. We've already been to Continent 4, so that's not that great. But he also can fly us to Continent 5, which we desperately want to go. And he can fly us to the Babel Tower, where there are 2 items and the boss rush, technically. Do the boss rush is an incentive. But I think now it is, so we have open world now. So at this point we can now look into some boss kills. Usually you would know which boss you face, right? If I have the 4 crystal balls, I know that I'm gonna fight Viper at the end of the Sky Garden, but because somebody unlocked the boss shuffle, I don't know that. So I have to go in and see which boss there is and see if I can actually beat that boss or not, because there might be some tough fights that I just can't beat yet. And we got a death upgrade, finally, from our nice guy with the flute. We're gonna get another hint. Oh, the black glasses is nice. And now we're gonna play the snake game. Are we lucky? No, we're not. 60-second snake game. So we need to hit a certain number of snakes in a certain amount of time. It's anyway between 10 seconds and 60 seconds. Sadly, we got the max with 60 seconds. So if there's any more donations, now would be a really good time.
We do not have any donations currently, but of course there's always the reminder that we do have some upcoming incentives and bid wars. I've already talked about the incentives for a Force Skyward Sword, but later on we still have Sonic R coming up, and Epic Yoshi is gonna treat us to some beautiful karaoke, and you guys can decide. Epic's gonna sing "Can You Feel the Sunshine" or "Supersonic Racing." Currently, nobody has donated towards that bid war, but I think those are. I mean, yes, they are both great choices to sing. So, if you have a favorite there, get your money in for that. Otherwise, Epic Yoshi can also sing in multiple languages. Yeah, currently we are 25 out of $100 for that. That means there are only $75 left to go, and then Epic Yoshi will sing whatever choice the bid war wins in multiple languages. So, come on, get your money in, guys. Get your donations in. Back to you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Karaoke donations always sound like much fun. Yeah, what we did is we got our father's journal in the got it to the pyramid. Now you see where you used to see 6 birds. There's now actually the correct order of the hieroglyphs. So we already put those in that we already got. Now our inventory is nice and squeaky clean again. But I think I want to go. Yeah?
In the vanilla game, the tile are always at the same place, but in the randomizer, they are randomized every seed.
Yes, so you need Father's Journal to... Ooh,
exactly.
You need Father's Journal. That's my second melody. Nice. So we really need the journal. Luckily we found it before we went to the pyramid. And it's a red jewel.
Now we're missing one melody. It's Lola's melody, and it's actually quite important. It gives you access to Itori village, and also with it you can have access later to the back of Edward's prison once you have found Lily as well.
Yes. Lily is currently hiding there, but there are also 2 items. I think it's time to buy. I either have to go to Angkor Wat without the magic dust or go to Mu now. So let's go to my least favorite dungeon, to everybody's least favorite dungeon. Let's go to Mu. Mu is terrible. The enemies are super aggressive compared to the dungeons you've seen before. There are flashers or Wizrobes that can deal a lot of damage and just appear out of nowhere. Also, it's kinda overloaded with enemies. There are 3 layers. As you can see, 2 layers are currently flooded with water. We need hope statues to clear the water. Technically, we need 2 hope statues, but I only have 1. So we won't be able to finish this dungeon. I can just do a portion of it. Ooh,
But
it
right now
worked.
Z has 2 will ability, so it's gonna be way much more easier for him.
Yes.
And
It's
also-
not that bad for me anymore because I can kill the enemies I have to kill pretty fast, but yeah. It's still I still don't like this dungeon. Nobody does. And this is the place where you would find the vampires, and nobody likes the vampires.
So if you're wondering why Z keeps going into his inventory, this is called animation cancel, I believe.
Orb cancel, yeah, but it's basically an animation cancel.
So instead of having to wait for the animation to open the way, you just press select to go to your inventory, and then the way is already open, even though the animation is not done.
Yeah, basically the animation lags behind, but because you opened the inventory, you force the game to update to the current state, so you can run through barriers. That was not helpful. Did you remember how many red jewels were Jewel's Mansion?
Oh no, I did not look.
Okay, doesn't matter. We can look right. We can look after this check. So there's one last item check, but it's so far off the way. It's gonna take me a minute or 2 to get there.
I stopped that. It's nothing. I was laughing.
Yeah, I know I got the apple. And I think the last one that's happening is my secrets. So my secrets, the last item is always gonna take me to the Jeweler's Mansion, which is the bonus dungeon. In the original game, you would only get to the bonus dungeon by finding all 50 red jewels. Luckily, we don't have to get 50. That much I remember. And in there, we have a last item, but also a bonus boss. And in the randomizer, this bonus boss is special. There are 7 boss fights in this game, but only 6 mystic statues to get. So since the 6th mystic statue is locked behind the boss rush, that usually takes a lot of time, because you have to re-kill every boss in the game. The randomizer gave us the second option, which is to... Oh, come on. Sorry. Let me just focus real quick. There we go. So the randomizer gave us the option for statue 6 to either do the boss rush, which takes a long time, or fights to Jewel's Mansion and kills Solid Arm, which is the harder dungeon and harder boss fight. Although, since we use the speedrun strategies, that boss fight is not very hard. Maybe we get to show it off. Okay, so Moo didn't have what I needed. I'm looking for the aura right now, because the aura would open up the pyramid for me. I know the magic dust is in the pyramid. I don't want to go into Angkor Wat without the magic dust, because I want to free Kara. So let's check our first boss.
Question Z.
Yeah.
You kill. Does the golem in Mew count as a golem?
The golem in Mook does count as a golem. Yes, these are stone golems.
I believe you've reached your 5.
Oh,
golem.
you're right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, bingo card is filling up nicely. Row 1 looks good. The diagonal is not that bad, to be fair. We're on a good way. I'm not worried about the triple bingo right now. Right now I'm worried about finding all my items to get to to get to Upper Gaia in a good shape. I'm still very weak. I only have 10 HP. I've got 1 defense upgrade at least, which is kind of nice, but I'm still in no way or shape to fight any of the harder bosses. Like, I would probably not stand a chance against Mummy Queen at this point, or the vampires. So this is kind of risky, but at the end, if it's a boss I can kill, then I'm getting stat upgrades, and then I'm gonna be way stronger for the next one, and for Angkor Wat, and for the Pyramid, which are both... Angkor Wat is super long, and the Pyramid is actually super hard, so this is a good point to get some stat upgrades in. I might have to double dip Angkor Wat, which would be sad if it happens, but... Come on.
Yeah, Angkor Wat is a very long dungeon.
Yeah, very punishing to double dip. Okay.
The Z question again. I thought you could know the boss at the end by the music in the dungeon.
No. Yes, if you're playing on easy or normal difficulty, but I'm playing on hard difficulty, so I don't get the music cues.
Okay.
That's intentional. I made it hard on myself. And we found a boss that I can kill. This is a Viper. Viper is usually in Sky Garden, but he's super easy to beat, even as Will. I'm going to use the casual strats. I'm just going to keep whacking at him and then use jump attacks to avoid his feathers. Because while I'm doing a jump attack, I'm immune to damage. And there we go. Do we have Kill Viper as a bingo tile? No, we don't.
No.
Ah. It's not that bad. So, now we got a defense upgrade, thank God. I think I have to go Angkor Wat now. The apple is just another red jewel, so it's not that important to turn it in.
Yeah, I believe so. So it's your only way, Z.
Yeah. I mean, Angkor Wat has one shortcut, so you can get I can get one more item early and then kinda open up a shortcut to get out quickly. But I also have clear a room in Angkor Wat and enter all 3 dark spaces, so might as well do it since I'm here. Angkor Wat is actually a pretty controllable dungeon. You actually know what's happening a lot of the time, because unless you're messing up like I am right now, don't kill me. It's pretty much on rails. You know exactly how each enemy is moving, except for the flies. The flies are 100% random. They're super fast, they hurt like hell, and they're a nightmare. So... Oops. My bad. I hope the flies are kind with me today, otherwise I might be stacking up a couple more deaths at this point.
It's all for a great cause.
Yeah, it's for a good cause, but I still don't like these flies. So they actually made a pretty close to nature replication of flies, yeah. Because they're too fast to really hit them. They're too random to predict where they are, so yeah. Just like real flies.
You have a lot of red jewels right now also.
Yeah, I might have to check Chilla's mansion at this point. But Chilla's mansion is just 1 item, and this place has 7 items, so makes more sense to go here first, even though I have to potentially double dip it. Flies, be kind. Flies, be kind. Thank
See,
you.
didn't open the shortcut.
Oh, I didn't. That's right. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I can still do it. So this place has 3 dark spaces. This is the first one, the garden dark space. We also need to clear a room, and we need to... Wow. Instant hit by a fly. Stay away from me, flies.
They want you to give to Ukraine.
Yeah. I will, but on my terms, not on their terms. So... We're going to the side room. Usually you don't have to go there, but in this room there's only 6 enemies, so it's actually pretty easy to get that clear a room in Angkor Wat done. And also we need to go here because we want to see the other dark space. Come on, there you go. So, we cleared the room in Angkor Wat, 0 enemies left. Where was it? There we go. We're not gonna heal right now, because I want to death warp in the next room. So, healing up makes the death warp faster, so I'm not doing it. Now we're going to use a very advanced technique called Earthquaker Skip. You should all go to ask Walden about it, because he's an expert at this technique. Shots fired.
Earthquaker skip.
Earthquaker Skip.
What?
It skips Earthquaker Skip. Also known as Vanilla Strats. Yeah.
Okay.
We once had a seed where we had Earthquaker but not Dark Freya, and Progress was in Angkor Wat, and Walden was running around for half an hour because he said, I can't go to Angkor Wat, I don't have Dark Freya. Until he learned about Earthquaker Skip. What's happening, there's a... usually you don't pick up Earthquaker because you can kill this enemy that we stunned with Dark Freya. You just shoot him from a distance, and it's not a big deal. This is a speedrun technique, a super early speedrun technique that's called Earthquaker Skip. But obviously, since we have Earthquaker, we might as well use it. And using Earthquaker is a bit faster than Earthquaker Skip, so also saves some time. Right now we're going to the Shrubber for another item. Oh, I'm just getting all the red jewels now. I was hoping for the aura.
We will see our third dark space very soon also.
Yeah, but I'm going to the dark space to teleport out of this dungeon. I don't want to run this dungeon backwards, so the last dark space is gonna be the last thing I check. Inca statue is nice though. So this seed is kinda mean, but I can still make it. I'm still confident. Still got an hour left to do, so I'm super far ahead already.
Is there a story to this seed number, or you randomly pick it?
No, I'm not called Francis, who just takes mean words and turns them into even meaner seeds.
And so we will also soon see the end of this dungeon, where we will say hi and bye to Kara,
Yeah.
because we don't have a magic that's freer.
Oh, I would be so trolly if the spirit has the aura. Yeah, as you can see, this dungeon is packed with enemies, but once I've passed the garden, I pretty much know where every enemy is gonna be, so I can really manipulate this place to my advantage. And say hi to Kara. There she is, but I can't free her. Sam has Inca Statue A, that's a nice hint. And I got the Purity Stone, so I can go purify the coffin now. Which is another bingo tile. But first, we need to check one more dark space. Whoops. Oops.
And purify the coffin is not actually a real thing in the game. It's a little meme. Because you use a purification stone in the fountain, but one of our best runner of this game actually tried to use it on a coffin, so it's a little wink to him.
46 red jewels for Julie's mansion. Ooh, that's still some way to go. So I think the purification stone is my best option right now. AKA my only option. Which means force double dip into Angkor Wat. Thanks, Bagoo. Don't Bagoo me is the developer of this game, and whenever something goes wrong, you blame Bagoo. That's how it goes. So I can... Yeah, I can do that. I can go with the... We could also check the boss in here. I might as well check the boss. Is there any boss we need? Just the vampires for golds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so... We're gonna see what's inside.
We also have defeated a boss with a special ability, which I'm not sure I understand.
Oh, this is actually super good. Yeah, you basically have to kill a boss with Spin Dash as well, or with Aura Barrier at S3 or something like that.
So the last hit?
The last hit has to be a special ability.
Okay.
But sadly, I can't do this with Kastov, because I can't hit him with Slider or Spin Dash.
Oh.
But if I do the boss rush, Aura Glitch also counts as a special ability. So I can just kill a boss with Aura Glitch and be fine. So this is Kastov, our first boss. Technically that he fight in the game, and he's special because he has an item locked behind him. What? Oh my god, almost missed the cycle. What did we... Oh, 2 defense upgrades. Thank you, Kastov. That was nice. So we're gonna jump down to the gold ship now. And hopefully get something useful. It's mushroom drops. Yes! Ah, that's just what I wanted to see. Oh, I need to get the hint here. That's the hint I always forget. I need to talk to the queen. Seaside Palaces. Okay, I knew that already. You still here, Queenie?
Yes?
Okay. Was worried I lost you for a second.
No, sometimes I refresh the stream so I get too far behind.
Okay, so we killed the boss. We have a second Mystic Statue now. And now we have the Purification Stone. So back to Sea Palace. all these enemies, these skeletons, these blue puddle enemies, the gray enemies, they're all humans that have been transformed. So we're gonna free them, we're gonna transform them back into humans, and one of them will give us an item. We call him Buffy, because after he gives you the item, he says, now I'm gonna go kill the vampires. But first...
I didn't see what the boy gave you.
on the ship,
Yes?
it was a mushroom drop.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we purified the coffin.
Yes, we purified the coffin. Just gonna wait for this. There we go. Now we purified the purification. And now human everywhere. I don't like them. Sounds suspicious that they would just appear here.
And if you've played this game vanilla, you must have noticed how much faster this scene has been made into.
Yeah, that's another nice quality of life change. All these unavoidable cutscenes have been at least sped up to a point where they don't take too long anymore. It's the aura. Wow, so it was forced double dip into Angkor Wat. That's kind of mean. Okay, now we have the aura. I'm just gonna clean up my inventory real quick. Now we can transform into shadow, and now the pyramid is open for us. So we go there.
You also have another, once you've used it, you have another square, which is use the glasses and the ring.
I don't have the ring yet though.
Oh, ring, sorry, not aura. My mistake, sorry.
But I have transform into shadow as a goal. So I will get transform into shadow finished.
I don't know why my head made the ring into the aura.
No problem.
I didn't have coffee yet.
Whoa, it's super early for you, so thanks so much for joining me here. Otherwise I would have
great cause.
otherwise I would have just have to ramble all day long. So we're halfway there, I would say. So let's focus on those bingo tiles. We're gonna get the diagonal, definitely, because we have to save Kara to finish the seed. So top right to bottom left definitely is gonna happen. Row 1 will most likely gonna happen. We just need one more ability, one more melody, so I'm not too worried about that.
Chances are you might find it in the pyramid
Yes.
as well.
Chances are really high because, like we said, this is the place with 12 items, and pretty sure we can do it.
And this is this character named Shadow. So he's made of the light of the comet, and he's the strongest one of all the ones you can have.
Yes.
Once you have Kara and the crystal ring, you can use Firebird, which is a bird he fires out of his sword.
Yes, so basically he gets a ranged attack. This is in randomizer though. In the original game you only get Firebirds at the very last boss fight, but in the randomizer we can actually unlock Firebird earlier, which allows us to make boss fights a bit easier, because you can now hit them from a distance. Like the vampires are so much easier if you have Firebird.
And the way Z's going to do the pyramid right now, it has been calculated by speedrunner to do the rooms with the fastest way. So you have to start with room 5, get that chest, go back to the top, and then come back to room 5.
Yes.
And as I said, this has all been calculated by speedrunners.
Yes. Usually you would do room 3 next, but room 3 has the killer 6. The killer 6 are 6 of these laser orbs you saw right back to back to back. and it's really easy to die there, and it's just one check. So in the randomizer, unless you have super beefy stats, which I don't have yet, or if you are willing to burn through some of your herbs, which I'm also not willing to do, you would go to room 3 next and do the killer 6. But I'm gonna skip the killer 6 for now. I'm gonna go back into room 5. Oh, I missed the swag pixel. There's a pixel when you sink down, you just land inside the door and immediately go through the door. This is called swag pixel. Saves about like a fraction of a second, but it's swag, so I have to go for it every time. And the reason why we do this room first is because we need shadow for this room. At the other rooms we can do with will, and if you death warp, you always transform back to will, and if you death warp out of this room, you'd have to run back to the... Oh, there's my magic dust, thank you. You have to run back to the dark space, transform again, that takes a lot of time, so we chain the rooms where you need shadow, and then we do the will rooms, and we will now death warp at the end of each room, and get these last rooms done very quickly. We're going to do reverse order because that's how I always do it. I believe the speedrun does it as well. But it doesn't really matter. We need spin dash for 2 of those rooms. I'm gonna use spin dash in between to get some iframes so I can run through enemies. But basically I already got the important item, which was the magic dust, so whenever I feel ready, I can run back to Angkor Wat and get Princess Kara saved.
Do we want to save her though?
I mean, it's a lot of way to walk, it's a lot of effort, I don't know.
She's such a brat.
Yeah. Let's see.
We have to.
Let's see what the pyramid gives us first. This is the first room where we need spin dash. I'm not gonna go for free lineup. We're gonna do is safe because there are these ramps and I have to jump over these ramps, and only Will with spin dash can do it. But first I have to go through this little mini gauntlet and not die, preferably. So the pyramids are a lot of long rooms with mostly one item at the end. It's the last regular dungeon you go to, so it's pretty hard. But I'm pretty confident that we can do it. We're gonna go for the early cycle with the spikes, use the iframes for spin dash to not get damaged by the spikes, and then stop at this save point and use up another spin dash. Very good. That was, in my opinion, the hardest room, except for Killer 6.
We just found your 9th herb. How do you feel about having 9? Do you feel confident for Apple Gaia?
I'm gonna get 2 more boss kills, so I'm gonna get more HP. Maybe I get 1 more defense, but 9 herbs should be enough. But it all depends. Upper Gaia is the phase 4 is a lot of RNG, and sometimes you just need to get lucky to go through there. So, this room has super nice threads. There's a hidden passage in here. Nobody knew about it. This used to be a shadow room. But then we found out if you jump down from this platform twice, it opens a secret passage. And suddenly this room was super fast, and the will room. Will rooms are preferable because you can just death warp at the end of a will room. if you death warp at the end of a shadow room, you have to go all the way back to the dark space and transform again, so that's not nice.
We have a request in chat, Dragon, that you do Valhalla.
Valhalla. Oh. Maybe later. Maybe not right now. I would totally go for it with these stats, but since this is Gaia, I'm kind of conscious how many herbs I get. I don't want to embarrass myself here in front of all these viewers who want to see high quality Illusion of Gaia game, and instead they have to watch me. So. Maybe later. We got a Gorgon flower, which is actually something nice for us to do. There are 3 girls that have been turned into stone, and the Gorgon flower, we can save these girls, so we'll just do nice things every now and then.
Is it a good time for a plug?
Always.
Right. Awesome. So as we're getting closer, sort of, to the end of the run, we want to remind you again about the incentive for the next one, which is Skyward Sword Randomizer. And we have 2 actually. We have one for the file name choice, which only has 1 variant at the moment, but we will pick the top 3, so you can, like, it's up for grabs, and even $1 can get you the name that you would like. But also we have a very fabulous incentive, in which if we meet it, and it's $100 in total, we will replace Link. I mean, like, we have seen Link many times. Who is interested in that? We will replace him with Girahim. And it will up the fabulousness of that run by 4 times, because it's a 4-person co-op. So if we can meet those $100 before the beginning of next run, it will make our lives much more fabulous than they used to be before. So this is all for a good cause. We can make it happen. Let's do that. Back to you.
Thank you. Yeah. I'll have to look into this. I'm still... Is that karaoke incentive met already? Or was it just a bid war for which song? Are we gonna have the karaoke?
We have both. We have the bid war and the karaoke in multiple languages. It hasn't been met yet.
Wow. What are you guys doing out there?
We need to, like, fix that. We need to settle that, because
Yeah.
that karaoke is a must-have.
Yeah, that definitely. So we found more mushroom drops, so now we're going back to Cress. We already did some of the side rooms, and now that I have the 2 mushroom drops, I can finish this place. Also, I have better stats now because we killed 2 bosses, so I'm a bit more confident, unless I do this, which is not nice. So I can get 1 more item in this room. This is the room that broke the game, by the way. This room has so many sprites active that the game regularly crashes. It's not even a randomizer thing, it's a vanilla thing. The game just sometimes crashes. And a runner with the name Herosoft has found out that you can actually just completely break the game. If you trigger a sprite overload on a certain position of the map, you can trigger a wrong warp and just, for example, warp yourself to the end of the game. So as soon as that was found out, Illusion of Gaia got a huge update on its speedrunning categories. Before that we had any percent and 100%, and now suddenly we had credit warp, any wrong warp beats Dark Gaia. We got beat all bosses with warps, and we got the classic categories with no wrong warp. So we got 4 new categories out of it. And again, that's a glitch that has been found while playing the randomizer. So this randomizer forces you to do stuff you wouldn't do regularly, and it's actually changed the speedrun quite a bit over the last 1.5 years. Like sea ladder was in the passages in the pyramid for the new routing. Item buffering, which is used for some boss kills, has been found in the randomizer. So yeah, it's kind of cool
Yep.
how all these
and-
things work together. And that was a death warp, by the way, if it wasn't obvious enough.
You also have now another bingo square, which is grow all mushroom in Mount Temple.
Indeed I do. Let's get our first bingo. I'm hyped for a bingo now. Let's save Kara. By the way, chat, I want to have your opinions. This game obviously has no sound, no voice acting, so the princess name is spelled K-R-A-R. I need chat's opinion. Is it pronounced Kara or Kara?
Oh, well, from French it's Cara.
I would say Kara as well, as a German speaker. But I've heard as many people call it Kara. So I think we need to settle this discussion once and for all, and only chat can help.
I think we should change her name to Brat. End of story.
Eh. But then what do you call Lily? Lily only helps you if you bring her jewelry. That's kind of brat too.
Well, it's her own necklace.
It's not her own necklace. It's Lance's necklace.
He should have made such a cheap necklace in the first place.
I'll take your word for it. Yeah, so obviously we're going to do the... we have to do the dungeon again to save the princess. I can do this at any point in the game, but I kind of want to do it now because I'm on the continent anyway, and... Oh my god, these flies. Stay away from me! Flies! Behave! Which also means we have to do the Earthquaker skip again.
Earthquaker, skip, skip.
Earthquaker skip, skip, skip. Exactly. This is kind of mean. So this is this costs a lot of time. This costs about 5 minutes, but I'm still confident we can do it. I'm looking. What can I still do? I can't go to the boss rush yet, sadly. I can't do anything else in Mu. I could go to the prison for 2 items, because we have the prison key.
Yep. Got the prison key. What did oh yeah, so finish Mew. We would need all the mine key because we know that Sam has the other.
No, Sam has an Inca statue.
Oh, Inca, not okay.
Sam has an Inca statue. No, Edward's Tunnel has a Hope statue and a Rama statue, so maybe
Oh.
the dip would be nice, so we can finish Mu. Come on. Kill me. Thank you. Huh. And here we are again. Luckily this time we don't have to pick up all these special items. We just can run straight to the finish. I don't care if I take damage that much, because at this point it's fine.
So if you see flying crystal in that room, this room was designed that if you don't have the black glass in, it's all white.
Yes.
But of course, as speedrunner, we know the way around.
It's basically the equivalent to a dark room that you know in Zelda: Link to the Past. If you don't have the lamp, you don't know where you are. In this room, the room is so bright that you can't see anything. But yeah, like Queenie said. You learn the pattern of the room, and then you can still move around fairly safe. Hurry by, she's waiting there for you. Oh.
Kara, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, well, now she's in a pocket where she belongs. And it's our first bingo. Once I get to check it. Diagonal bingo. Hype. So, we're not too far away from getting more bingos, so I'm not worried. I have to keep telling myself.
Guys, getting the crystal ring right now would be nice because you could fight cast stuff 2.0
And get kill a boss twice. Yes. Indeed. Also, it would give me the use glasses and crystal ring.
Yes, that's true.
We're going to the prison now. Now we have a key, we can go to the prison. It's kind of unfortunate that it's that late. The prison is, story-wise, the first dungeon you ever go to. So the enemies don't hit very hard, and they don't even want to kill me. They're just chilling out, and usually they're not doing anything to me. But yeah, we have to go in, and then we have to death warp, which means I have to really try hard to die at this point. Because sadly, we can't open the final door without our friend Lily. And Lily is still locked away in a magic village. And we don't have a necklace to bribe her into helping us, so... sad times.
And what is sad is also when you find the Lola's melody in the prison.
Yes, that happens so often. I don't know, it really happens a lot. So... Castle double dip, sadly, is not that unusual. Here you saw me use the orb cancel glitch again. I basically ran through the wall. It's gonna do it at the end of this room one more time.
So this is the tunnel that leads outside of the prison of Edward's castle. It was made by your grandpa.
That's right.
And he made it so that you can actually escape it. Oh, and the elevator key is good. It gives you access to more items.
2 more items in the diamond mine. And we get to ride the super fun, super speedy elevator. Oh, damn it. Messed up the spear twice. So bad. Solar would be ashamed of me now.
The elevator is not very safe though.
Oh, and a hope statue. Thank you, hope statue. No, it is not. And I'm happy that Will is riding it and not me. Because I would probably get sick from how fast it is.
And fall down.
So, I think I want to go to move first. Or do I? Decisions.
Well, it gives you
3 more items at the point. Yeah, let's go to move first. 3 more items.
And so we are going to lower the last floor. I mean the water level on the last floor.
But lucky we also unlock a couple of shortcuts. And since we have Psycho Slider, we can use these shortcuts to our advantage.
And,
Crystal
this cutscene
ring.
was-
Nice.
So the cutscene you just saw was also quickened up by the dev of this game.
Yes. So now we have early Firebirds. Technically. Don't know if we can get to use them a lot. Yeah, we call it early Firebird because you would usually only have it for the final boss fight, but now we have it for the other 2 boss fights as well. Oh, and it's my 11th turb. That's nice. Almost stacked full.
And also gives you another square.
Yes, I will do that as soon as I get some frames I can when I can use it.
I'm excited for that blackout bingo.
Large roast. Aww.
I thought you were gonna panic more than that.
Blackout bingo would be pretty bad for the incentive, but it's not impossible. The only problem is get 6 mystic statues. Column 1, row 3 is really bad because I have to kill all the bosses and it's boss shuffle, so yeah. That's kind of far off. We're going to do one thing first before we go to the diamond mine. We're going to turn in the apple.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Are you gonna turn in the apple for that
Yes.
46 red jewel?
Yes, and then we're going to do...
Dimension?
Yes, but we're not going to kill the boss. Because the boss is solid arm and he doesn't give me any stat upgrades, so I will keep it in the back of my mind if we run out on time. But if there's a chance I can get 4 other bosses for stat upgrades, I will do that, so Apo Gaia is a bit easy. So, we're going to turn him our last red jewels. And now we're in the hardest dungeon of the game. This is hard because the enemies hit like trucks. They have super high HP. And because there are these spirits flying around on the foreground. It's not that I can't see, it's just they create a lot of lag. So sometimes you're just sitting there and pressing your buttons and nothing is happening and you hate your life when that happens. But we are doing easy strats. We're trying to kill as many of these beholders as we can. Because these fireballs from the tunnelers I can block, but the lasers I cannot block.
No, we can't. Cannot block also the chain from the lizard.
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, no. Whew.
Do we have some donations?
Yes,
Absolutely.
we can.
Awesome. I've got $5 here from You Wretched Brats with the comment, this link guy seriously thinks he can replace me, the fabulous Demon Lord Girahim. Huh. I won't back down from this fight. Thank you very much for that donation. And we also have $5 from Mr. Benjamin Ingo with the comment, I want to make a Zelda pun, but I don't want to try and force it, Kappa. Mr. Benjamin Ingo. I also want to quickly mention that if you donate to Project Hope, that you're in for some prizes For example, you can win a digital key of Elden Ring for platform of your choice if you donate $30 until the end of the event. Or maybe if you're more, I don't know, if you're more of a Nintendo guy, then we've also got a copy of Pokemon Legends Arceus, if that is what you prefer, also for a minimum donation of $30. We've got many more prizes as well, so do make sure to check them out. If you type in exclamation mark prices in chat.
You can
Thank you
also
very much.
win. You can
And
also
got
win.
back to you.
You can also win Stardew Valley, which is also one of my favorite games of all times.
Yeah, indeed.
So it's not only a good cause, it's also a chance to get some really good games. Wow! Is this even randomized? The guy in the diamond mine gave me the mine key, like he does in the actual game. Vanilla mine key.
So now you actually have both mine keys. That's
Yes,
very super great.
that's pretty nice. Especially since I know this will give me another boss check.
Yep, and that's
Oh
the
no, I
way
don't.
to go
I don't have to use them.
the second melody as well.
Yes. Also, we are nice people. We're freeing all the trapped people.
Ah.
Just because Will is kind of a mean person doesn't mean we have to be one. I think death warping is faster because I already took so much damage. Okay. So we're in go mode now because we can get the boss in Inca and we can do the boss rush, but we're not in bingo go mode yet. Oh no, we are. We can kill a boss twice for column 3, and we can use 3 melodies for row 1. So we are in bingo go mode. Nice. So we're gonna play our. Oh no, we have to play the melody. We have the melody, but we don't have to. We haven't played it yet.
Yeah.
So we're gonna play Lola's melody to make Ittery Village or Itery Village or whatever it's called appear. But we don't actually have to do anything in there.
It's called the Invincible Village.
Yeah. No, we don't have to do any checks here. So we're in go mode. We're gonna go straight. Gonna get our stuff done. And we are so going to be underestimate.
The chat is pointing out that you are now in bingo mode.
Bingo mode. Oh my god, I love it. Yeah, like I said, we were here before. We opened up we made all these ladders appear, so it's super fast to go back here. Unlike in Angkor Wat, where I have to run through all the dungeon again, this is super nice to come back to. Can we do some more bingos along the way? Probably not. Wait. I need to play the melody. I wanted to transform into Shadow to get to the boss faster, but I actually need the melody. So, this is the gold tile room. There are 72 gold tiles in here. I need to stand on the correct one for 10 seconds. And it's always a random gold tile, so I need to play the wind melody. Which is bingo, by the way.
Bingo!
To make the right one glow. Oh, there we go. And now I stand here for 10 seconds and the door will open. And now I can turn down these two Inca. Come on. Inca statues. And that will make some wind appear. And that wind will take us to the boss room. But since we're fighting a boss and there's a dark space nearby, we are going to transform. Will only does 1 damage against bosses, but Shadow does 3. So bosses always have 40 HP, so our boss kill will be so much faster when we use Shadow. Also, we have early Firebird.
Yeah.
So this boss fight is gonna be... We're just gonna slam through this boss fight now.
Except if it's Mommy Queen.
Yeah, then we're probably gonna die a couple times. Because Mummy Queen and I have kind of a love-hate relationship. It's Mummy Queen 2.0 actually. Okay.
Oh.
So, this is the second time you fight Mummy Queen in the game, but it's actually easier because you have a bit more space to move. This boss would usually be at the end of the boss rush, but because we're playing boss shuffle, the last fight in the boss rush has been replaced and Mummy Queen is here in Inca now. Ooh, that was not good. So Mummy Queen is a pretty straightforward fight. You hit her, she splits. You avoid the spirits, you hit her again. You try to hit her as fast as possible so she doesn't use any other attacks. And when she's at half HP, she can also do... there's a 50-50 chance she does this split cycle, which we call a bat cycle. Or she can do a roulette cycle, in which she transforms into a circle of spirits. And I have to hit the correct one. And if I hit the correct one right away, she reforms right away and it's super fast to kill her. Especially if I have early Firebird and I don't even have to get too close, so I'm not even risking getting hit. So that was super. That was like so many good cycles back to back. And that's Mummy Queen 2.0 done.
GG.
Thank
Your
you.
nemesis is dead.
No, regular Mummy Queen is my nemesis.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and now we are gonna get a lift from a vampire. Because, of course, we do. He's gonna carry us to the top floor. And here we're gonna find Will's dad. And Will's dad will give us a 6th Mystic statue. There he is. He admittedly has seen better days, but he's still good enough to give us a statue, so we'll take it. Also, he doesn't talk about camels anymore, so that's fine. Okay. Where to go next? I think if we use this teleport, we're here. Then we go to our friend Neil. And Neil will fly us to the Tower of Babel. And we will do the boss rush. Because doing the boss rush will give us the chance to kill a boss twice, which means we will re-kill a boss that already has died. Wait, I already got those items. Also, we can get the 11th hint here.
Yep, at the top. Is it still at the top?
No, it's here. Actually, it's this one.
Do we have time for another donation?
Yes. Yes, always.
Awesome. I've got another $5 from Mr. Benjamin Ingo. With the comment, why is everyone impatiently waiting for the new Zelda game? It's highly anticipated. Sorry, not sorry.
So, we just made a triple bingo. But once we kill this boss, we will also have a quadruple bingo even. So, overshotting hype. Like we're always overachieving.
GG on achieving the bingo.
Thank you.
And now the real thing.
And now we killed the boss twice. Technically, we could nope out of this place now, do solid arm instead, but I do want the stat upgrades, so I can either look for more for another mystic statue in another dungeon, but I don't have the items for that. So we're just gonna do the boss rush. We have time, we have plenty of time. The Gaia fight, even if you do it really slow, takes about 10 minutes. So we're fine. Everything's fine. Unless I die like a couple of times, but that's not gonna happen. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm really excited for chat to see Apple.
Also, we just killed the boss with a special ability because we used Aura Barrier to because the Aura glitch to kill this one, which I'm counting. Yeah, so we're using the magic teleporter thingy because of course we do, and now we get to the vampires. The vampires are terrible. They are the casual killer, speedrun killer. They're just terrible, but we have Aura and we have Early Firebird, so we're gonna make quick business out of them. So if you ever got frustrated playing this game when you were the vampires, play the randomizer. It's so satisfying to like really smash their faces in. That's one dead. Come on. He knows he doesn't have a chance. He just keeps running away. There we go. Now we're going to the last boss we haven't seen yet, which is the Sandfanger. Sandfanger is usually a fight you have to do as Will, because you can only get to the Sandfanger boss room as Will. But luckily this is Sandfanger 2.0, so this still has 40 HP, but we hit him for 3 damage instead of just for 1, so it's only 14 hits for him to die instead of 40. This boss has 3 phases: the left-right phase, the up-down phase, or the egg phase. In the left-right phase and the up-down phase you can usually only get 2 hits in. So we want to see the egg phases because you can get more hits in.
Yes,
And
very long fight with Will.
yes, with Will, if you don't get egg phases, this fight can take multiple minutes. And we didn't get any egg phases, which is sad. Wow, now it's an egg phase when it's already too late. Okay.
The game is trolling you.
Yeah, I think so. Game wants me to not meet estimate, but it's not gonna happen. I will do the estimate. So, now this is Viper. We killed him before, but now he's working as a lift boy. So he's gonna lift us up. Thank you, Viper. And now, which boss is in here? It's Sandfanger! Oh my god! Twice the trollage. So,
Oh, yeah.
now we have to
Yes.
hit him 40
Back to
times.
back.
It's basically the same fight again. But we have to hit him way more often. So if you have any more donations or shoutouts, now would be a good time, because after that we get the final boss fight and things are gonna get hectic there.
Okay, I can talk about the charity that we're raising money towards. That's fine.
Yes.
Sure.
All right. So Project Hope has been working in Ukraine for quite a long time, actually. It began in 2002 with a life skills program that was focused on drug use prevention, HIV prevention, education for children in primary schools. Of course, now they are focused on helping people who are affected by the war, providing medicine and food to the affected areas, but also they have set up teams that help at the border with different countries like Romania, Moldova, and Poland that are accepting a lot of refugees at the moment. Over 2 million people have become refugees since the start of this tragedy. And this is an amazing cause that has been providing aid for a very long time. We are very grateful to all of the donations we've come so far. I'm sure we can get more and keep helping and keep aiding and do everything that we can to support our charity. So, back to you.
Just perfect timing. We just killed the boss. This is our 4th Mystic statue. So now only Apu Gaia fight is left. The first 2 phases you're gonna see are exactly the same as you remember them if you played this on as a kid or on a replay. But on top of that, we will get some more phases, and I only have 3 defense upgrades, which is not that good, but we have 32 HP and 12 herbs, so I'm feeling confident. Here's Kara, here's the Mystic Statues, there's the Aura. Let's transform.
Let's go.
I have the power! It's always a different victory scream from Shadow there, so...
So as
Replay
you
value.
pointed out earlier, there's going to be 5 phases to this bus. And they get crazier by the minute.
Yeah. First phase, pretty easy. We hit the mouth in the comet when it opens. Then there's some acid rain. We dodge it by using the aura or by just moving out of the way. Rinse and repeat. Remember that acid rain because we're gonna have it again a little bit later. Nothing really bad can happen here. Unless you run into this thing like I do. But it's fine, it's fine. And that's our one more hit. And what happens next is we're gonna fight Dark Gaia. We can only hit her by using the Firebird, because we need to hit the head. She's gonna shoot laser orbs at us. We can block these laser orbs. And she's gonna shoot lasers from her mouth at us, which we have to use the aura to dodge. And we wanted to recycle her if possible, but I already had 1-2 little hits in the phase 1. So I need to get 2 5-hit cycles now. But most likely I'm gonna get a 4 cycle, which is fine. It's only about 20 seconds on top of it. But it's kinda sad when it happens. And these bubbles, they move semi-randomly, so I have to burst them by hitting them, but they are not really that... Sometimes they just stay away from me for a really long time. But they will come back. Don't worry, we will see these bubbles again.
So that was a nice 5 hits on your second cycle.
Ah, missed it. Sadly.
Oh. Sorry, I'm behind you a little bit.
No problem. And this is... At this point, the normal fight would be over. This is where you had time in the speedrun or in your casual playthrough or whatever. But now it's getting crazy. If you have a problem with flashes, I would recommend minimizing the stream right now. We're gonna have a lot of these red orbs. The red orbs are homing projectiles that I can only dodge. I can't block them. These red bubbles that you see are way more aggressive. They move towards me. And in phase 3 I have to kill these 2 heads. And not get hit. And after this phase, we're gonna have a bullet hell phase. We will have acid rain, we have laser orbs, we will have red orbs that split, and we will have a head going up and going from left to right at the very top of the screen. So I'm not gonna talk, I'm just gonna try to survive, and I'll let Queenie explain what happens.
Yes, so that was phase 3 of this boss fight. We're going into phase 4. Now the head is floating, and as he pointed out, now there's a lot of white on the screen, so if you're epileptic or something, you might want to downsize the screen for a few minutes. And so there's nothing really you can do here, just try to avoid and hit the head when he comes towards you. And it's going so fast and there's so much going on. Usually when I do this fight, I just pray. But yeah, very difficult. As I said, I pointed out, I was very happy that this was removed from the original version. And in this randomizer, because it is so hard, the developer of the game made it so that if unfortunately you die, at least you start with the herb you came into the fight. So if, let's say, Z uses 5 herb and dies, well, he will start the fight over with 5 herbs, and he won't lose them.
Yes.
So now what he wants to do is, there's this gray face in the middle. He needs to destroy all the blue faces around, the circles around, before the gray face becomes available for 1 hit only.
Yes.
And it's gonna go towards you. And the only way to evade it is by sinking into the floor.
Yeah, this is kind of a cat and mouse phase. It's okay to watch again. The flashing effects are mostly done now. So what's happening is that he spawns these yellow laser orbs that are homing. I need to block those. And the red orb is flies in a random direction. I cannot block it. I have to either tank the damage or I have to use the aura to avoid it. But it's not always that easy to avoid, because the more often I hit the boss, the faster everything gets. So the boss moves moves away from me when I destroy his shields. Like at this point, when he only has 2 shields left, he's gonna be very far away from me. So I have to I'm standing in the bottom corner to lure him down. While he has many shields, he moves to me very aggressively, and I'm trying to kill as many heads as I can. Oh, don't die! No! Oh, barely made it.
One of the good points with this boss fight is that, well, not a good point, but one thing that makes it easier is that at least the gray face doesn't have full health. He has only 20 hit points. So
yes, you only have to hit him 7 times instead of 14. So I don't know if you can hear it, but the music is speeding up as well, and my heart is racing right now because it's just so fast. Barely getting in hits before I have to block the next laser orb. So, yeah. This is an endurance round, and now I have to lure him down again.
And as we said again, we're
okay.
very happy this was removed.
Get ready for time. The next hit on the big head is time. I'm going to play this super safe. I don't want to risk anything anymore. And get ready. Time.
GG.
Woo. I almost thought I died when that laser orb came at me.
That was Apple Gaia, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, as you can see, I needed all my herbs. I think I have 3 left now, and I'm really happy I killed these additional bosses. Yeah, that was Illusion of Gaia Randomizer. I had a ton of fun playing. I hope you also had a ton of fun. If you want to play this game, there's a website that's called iogr.app. iogr.app. You can roll your seeds there. You can find a link to the Discord for the community. Quick shoutouts to Don't Bagoo Me, the developer of this randomizer. He really did an awesome job. And thank you so much for everybody who donated while we were racing and everybody who helped make these incentives, because yeah, that's really something. And
Yes, for a very good cause.
thank you, Queenie, for commentating with me, although it's still like 7 a.m. for you.
Yeah. Thank you for your generous donation, everybody, and thank you for having us.
Yeah, GG, that was an absolutely fantastic round. Thank you so much for the commentary and for running it. Oh, that was clutch. In the end. Anything else you would like to add before we go to the very short intermission?
Please donate for this karaoke incentive. It has to be met.
Right, we'll do.
Okay. And
Thanks a bunch.
see you all later.
Now we're going to go into a short intermission. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Skyward Sword Randomizer, a 4-person co-op. So this is going to be very interesting. We'll see you very soon. Hello and welcome back to Bingothon Ukraine Emergency Relief, a very special 2-day event that is raising money for Project Hope, that is providing humanitarian aid to people who are affected by the current events in Ukraine. You just watched Illusion of Gaia. It was an amazing run, very challenging last fight. Oh, that was clutch for sure. Coming up next is Gaia Randomizer, and we have an incentive there, don't we, Pika?
Yes, indeed. One of the there's only actually a very few minutes left to do anything with it, but there is a file name choice bid war going on with 8 characters maximum. So right now we've got Colloc Pause for $1, and I will have to mention pause spelled P-O-Z. And then second, we've got Zelda at $1. So they're both equal. So it means, well, I mean, I guess, yeah, that name will be distributed among them. But if you want to snipe a name, now's the time to do it because, well, obviously, you know, otherwise it will soon be closed. And oh my, what is that I'm seeing, Stacy?
Oh, that's a very, I don't know, tasty, nice donation here that we just got from Z that ran the previous game just now. Z donates $75, saying, "Here's 50 for 5 unintentional deaths, and $25 from my community for a great cause, and also for karaoke in multiple languages in Sonic R." Oh, okay, that's German. Gruß auch an alle deutschen Zuschauer of the German Restream. Thank you very, very much for that donation and that run once again. And I think with that, we have met the karaoke incentive, aren't we?
Did we?
From what I see, yes, it's 100 of 100. So karaoke singing in multiple languages is going to happen, but there's still the choice. Which song is it going to be? Can you feel the sunshine or supersonic racing? And it's still up in the air. We still don't know which one glorious interpretation of which song we're going to get in multiple languages. So it's up to you to decide, and you still have plenty of time to do so. So yeah, get on in. And again, everything's going to a wonderful cause.
Absolutely. You know, with that earlier donation from Z, I think, you know, it's also a good opportunity to thank all the folks from Germany who are doing the German restream of Bingothon Ukraine Emergency Relief. It's the first time this event, like, we have a Bingothon event that's restreamed like in multiple, like in another language. So big shout outs to them. Sending all our love to them.
Yes, absolutely. They suggested doing this for us, and we are very, very grateful. They're doing an amazing work with commentating the runs in German. So thank you very much, guys, for doing this, helping us out as well.
And you know, something we probably should point out is that we've passed over $700 for Project Hope.
Yay! That's awesome. What a ride. I like it. Let's keep it going at the same pace. I really like the pace here.
Like, at this point, I legit want to ask, can we reach 1K in within this afternoon? Like, let's see. Right now, the next run that should be starting in just a few minutes is Skyward Sword Randomizer, which is going to be 3 hours.
Yep.
This will be followed by Splatoon 2.
Yep.
Let's see, and then followed by Sonic R. Do you think we could potentially reach $1,000 for Project Hope by the time we reach Sonic R?
Oh, I think absolutely. I mean, that's, you know, bid war for the karaoke song can get very hot. And maybe there are hardcore fans of Can You Feel the Sunshine? And they will fight with all their might and all their donations for that song to win. And we will see some very intense donation reading during these several hours. Let's hope for that.
Indeed. All right. I don't seem to see any signals so far. They still seem to be setting up the next run.
Mhm.
And I'm just watching right now this current layout. And Stacey, would you like perhaps to talk briefly about some of the prizes we've got during this event? Because that's not something we've really talked about.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks to our fantastic community and volunteers and our sponsor, Team 17, we got several absolutely amazing prizes that you can win by donating throughout the marathon. So there are some sort of minimum donations amounts for each of them, but you don't have to donate in one go. They're all cumulative, which means that you can donate 5 here and 10 there and reach the total and get the chance to win. So we have 4 copies of Overcooked All You Can Eat provided by Team 17, for which you need to donate $30 in total within the 2 days. We also have a very big game pack provided by them again, for which the total is $50 and includes some of the games like Golf with Your Friends and Ukulele and Yoko's Island Express and the latest games as well. You can check out if you type !prizes in the chat. You will see the whole list. What other games do we have? Because that's not all, right?
I mean, I suppose we can see on the layout right now, at least, I don't know with how much delay, but there's also, like, for instance, Elden Ring provided by the staff as well. So there's definitely a lot you can get out of your donations potentially. And but I feel like the biggest prize out of it all is the fact that it's going towards a great cause.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
you can get both or not?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No. Just if you're helping a good cause and you also get a chance to win something awesome, something perhaps you really, really, really want to get. I mean, why not, right? That was very nice.
Indeed. So, I just got the word that tech is ready, and we should be able to get started in just a few moments with The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword Randomizer, most goals in time limit, co-op bingo featuring Flora, Lepolog, CJ, and Harmian. Just before we do that, I just saw we got a $5 anonymous donation, so thank you very much for that donation. So with that said, we'll be going. Is that another $5 donation I'm seeing, or did I just misprocess it? Wow.
No, there are two. There are 2 of them. That's very nice. Thanks a lot.
All right, and from what I can tell, it does seem okay. In that case, thank you so much, everyone, for your donations. And with that said, we'll be starting very soon with Skyward Sword. See you all.
Yeah, enjoy.